Hey guys, it's Elizabeth with the Four Walls Podcast, and I have Will with me. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me. So I'm Will. A lot of people know me as Humble Star Will. I'm a travel nurse, world traveler, investor. Do a little bit of everything. So I'm glad to be here and let's get started.
Yeah, thank you so much. So let's get started with one of your favorite memories that you have from traveling.
My favorite memory I have for traveling. So I actually started traveling abroad 2023. That was my first experience going abroad. And it was solo. So I went to Japan solo and I just did an entire Japan tour. Like I said, first time abroad. So I was super overwhelmed to start. I started off in Tokyo. And if you ever been like to Japan, you know you could just purchase a bullet train pass. So I purchased a bullet train pass. So first I had my accommodations and everything in Tokyo for the entire duration, just in case anything happened. But then after getting the bullet train pass, every day I would just wake up and say, hey, where I'm going today. So I started in Tokyo, of course, explored Tokyo, downtown, Shibuya, Shinjuku, Harajuku, those areas. And then I just went on a road. So I went to Kyoto, Osaka, went down to Hiroshima, Fukuoka, and then even Kagoshima. So Kagoshima, a lot of people are not familiar with Kagoshima. It's super south, like the most south point in Japan. And it's like by a beachy area. They have almost like a island where a lot of people live as well. It's like you only can get there by boat. And it was a little too local for me. Like it was a lot of people. That was the first time that they probably ever saw a black person in person. So a lot of the kids would see me, like they would see me and literally just full sprint to me and say, like, just work on trying to practice their English. It was hilarious. It was cute. But I was like, okay, I'm not gonna stay here too long because it's nothing to do. It's only locals going to the beach and just living their daily lives. So I stayed there for a bit and then just continue my tour. It was an amazing experience. Just kind of learning how to navigate using the train systems because of course in America our public systems are not, I mean public transportations are not that great, So figuring it out and learning, even in like Kyoto, I wore like what did I wear? A kimono, top to bottom through the city. So it was an amazing experience, and then that pretty much opened up my mind to travel all of these other places that I've been.
Dang, you really went
Yeah.
full blown. You said, I'm going to see the whole country.
The whole and the entire country. It was like I said, I was glad that I got my accommodations, which was actually pretty interesting as well. So I stayed in a lot of hotels, but I also stayed in a capsule hotel, which was my first experience for anything of that nature. So just trying that out. Cause I knew if I didn't do it, I don't think anybody would. So I'm like, hey, let me try it out and then give everybody else my do's and don'ts. But no, it was an amazing experience.
Yeah, that's brave. It's so small. The first time I saw it on social media, I was like, yeah, that's not for me.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't think it was for me either. You get used to it. It was very different, like in terms of like showering. It's just like one big open space. And then I guess in like Japanese like culture and customs, after you shower, everybody like gets into the what is it, the warm bath or the sauna.
Hmm.
So it was it was something to adjust to, just 20, 20, 30 just naked guys in there just cleaning themselves up, getting in the hot tub after. I was like, yeah, this is
It's an
interesting.
experience.
This is an experience.
Were you prepared for that? Like, did you know that was part of it?
I was not prepared for that at all. I was looking online and they were like, "Oh, we have a spa, we have this and that." I'm like, "Okay, so it's a spa. That's cool. You could use that if you decide to use that." But that was it. That was all they had. So if you wanted to shower and get cleaned up, you didn't have a choice. The first couple days, I was kind of like, whoa. And then me, I have tattoos. So like in Japan, tattoos are sometimes kind of shunned a bit because I think it's like negative things associated with tattoos in Japan. But they were very welcoming. I did get a couple stares like, whoa, I got asked some questions about them, but it was no issues after that.
What an experience. Which was your favorite city that you went to?
I have to say Kyoto. Kyoto
Mm.
was it was a great time. It was a great time just because it was a lot of culture. Like I love Tokyo as well, but it's just super fast paced. Kind of gives you the feeling of like New York,
Hmm.
but Kyoto is like a step back. I wore the kimono. I visited a lot of the temples and did a lot of the pretty much local things, ate some great local food. So I feel like Kyoto just has a special place in my heart.
For sure. It's like that one of a kind feeling where you're like, man, what am I actually?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just standing on a bus stop by myself. It's raining periodically. I'm just engulfed, engulfed in it.
Man, that's so beautiful. So how did you pick Japan to kind of be that first country that you went to?
It was always on the bucket list for sure, but I just felt like Japan definitely gives you the full package, like all in one. Like whatever you want, it's available. You can go the theme park route, you can go the city route, you can get go like more local, engulfed into the culture, sightseeing, safety. Safety was also very important. Being my first time abroad, but I'm learning as you go. A lot of places are not as dangerous as back home. So it's like you don't really have to worry about that too. I mean, of course, you have to be like vigilant, but you don't have to worry about that as much. But they told me stories like Japan is so safe that the police station is filled with umbrellas. And I'm like, umbrellas? Why would it be filled with umbrellas? They like when people leave their umbrellas, instead of people just taking them, they'll take them to the police station for them to come back and claim them. So I'm like, wow.
Yeah, you're definitely not getting that in the US.
No, absolutely not. Somebody be walking down the street with your umbrella.
You try to go to the police station, they're gonna be looking at you like, hello, what are you doing?
Exactly. Percent.
So what
Yeah.
kind of came next after Japan?
After Japan, I definitely wanted to just keep touring. Japan was a pretty long duration. I stayed there a little bit over 2 weeks. So I just wanted to do a couple smaller trips just because, like, sometimes you can go for 3 or 4 days because I think my Japan flight was about 13 hours. So, of course, you lose time just for travel. After that, I knew I wanted to go back to Asia for sure and just see my different places. But then I think before that, I went to Colombia, visited the Caribbean. Yeah, so that it was kind of random, just kind of whatever I could get. But yeah, I know I wanted to go back to Asia and just explore more, but then I ended up seeing a lot of other countries on the way.
Yeah. So what were some of your favorite countries that you've been to in the Caribbean?
In the Caribbean, so I only been to one, Curacao, and I love it to death. I have a lot of family there, so it's like home. It's like home.
That's awesome, especially if you have family there to go visit. It kind of makes it like a different type of feeling, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Yep, yep. You get the local experience. It's not just, hey, we go here where all of the tours are. I'm going to the place that's on the back road and getting a fresh caught fish straight out of the ocean or something like that.
Man, yeah, you really get to
Yeah.
experience like life out there for what it is, because it's like as a tourist, you don't necessarily get to see that part, and if you do, you don't even really know how to explore it for real, because it's like unless you know somebody there, you're like, I'm gonna just walk around, but like you don't get the feeling. But to have family out there to like show you around, like that's really dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
How was Colombia for you?
Colombia, it was okay. I feel like it was super duper touristy.
Mm,
Because sometimes it can be dangerous in certain areas. So as a tourist, you definitely have to stick to certain places, and I think it's like super touristy there. But luckily, we had a local driver, so he was able to kind of show us around places that maybe if we didn't have a driver, we wouldn't be able to go. So it was a good time, but definitely I recommend if anybody goes to Colombia, you sign up for tours. Sign up for tours with a tour guide. Like we went to Komodo 13, which was a great experience, and learning getting educated on what's going on there was amazing. And then also we went to I'm gonna butcher the name. What is it? In English, it's the Big Rock. So it was like a day trip to the Big Rock where you go to the top and then kind of explore. all of the area around there. So that was nice as well.
Was that a solo trip too, or did you go with friends?
But no, so I went with friends.
Okay, so it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some of your trips are solo, and then some of them you have like a group of friends.
Yeah, so all of my friends have different experiences. So in some places that they want to go, and some places that they don't necessarily. Well, I just whatever friends available, or if my family's available, we go here, we go there, or I'm like, hey, anybody down to go here? Like recently when I went to Barcelona, hey, we're busy, we're unavailable. I said, okay, I'm going by myself.
That's awesome that you just kind of take that leave and you're like, well, if no one's coming with me, I'm gonna still go.
Yes, yes. It's definitely helped me become more social. Like I'm pretty social, like being a content creator and showcasing everything that I do. Well, I'm getting better, but just in person, just meeting people, asking questions. If I'm just sitting at a restaurant, like, hey, where are some good recommendations? I don't want to go to the places that everybody talks about. It pushes me to, different areas that I enjoy.
That's awesome. And it's a good way too, especially people around, they're gonna know good spots that like aren't on Google Maps or something.
For sure.
How was it going to Barcelona recently?
Barcelona was a good time. Like I said, kind of touristy as well. I didn't know that it was that amount of tourism there.
Mm.
I didn't do a lot of research, to be honest. It was super spontaneous. I woke up one day and I'm like, I think I'm ready for a trip. I have a couple days off. And then I said, what is like a flight that's not super expensive coming from leaving the Bay Area? Barcelona flights are very affordable. So I just kind of hopped on and I said, hey, I'm gonna figure out everything when I get there. So yeah, but a lot of the like food places, if you don't go out further, like of course I didn't have a car. So when you go out further, it becomes more local, but in the actual city, it's a lot of tourists there, like just constantly. I also went during like somewhat slow season, so I'm like, I only can imagine when it's like peak.
Yeah. Because if you're like on that shoulder season and it's still like, okay, I'm getting like shoulder bumps and all this, like
Yes,
this is the low amount. What do you mean?
right.
That's crazy though, to just wake up. So like you didn't have your hotel booked or like any of that?
After I did the flight first, and it was only a couple days out, and then I just did my hotels and things after that. Which I understand that if I plan better, it won't be as expensive because like a lot of the hotels are not expensive. Like you can go super luxury, but I'm not really into that. I'm more of engulf myself. Like I said, I'll kind of label myself more as a traveler than a vacationer. Like, of course, if it's a vacation and we're just relaxing, that's fine. But other than that, I'm like, hey, I'm trying to go around. I'm trying to see this. I'm trying to sightsee. So sometimes you have to budget, budget accordingly because it could be pretty expensive pretty quickly. So I'm like, hey, I kind of beat myself up. Like, if I planned this out a little bit better, I wouldn't have to spend so much money. But sometimes spontaneous is good.
I definitely feel you. Where you're like, dang, if I would have done this like a month ago.
Exactly. Oh, things would have probably got cut in half.
That's always like a hard feeling because it's like, yeah, the money you spend on traveling is like a reward in itself. So it's like it's hard to
Yeah.
like be upset with it. But sometimes when you're like, dang, I know this is because this is last minute and it's inflated right now.
Yes. All of the places are filling up, yeah.
Man, that's awesome though. So you don't stay like in hostels or anything, but you stay in like medium level hotels.
So Barcelona was the first time I stayed in a hostel.
Mm,
So I've been to about 15 plus countries. I mean, other than the Japan, the capsule hotel, that's similar to a hostel, but which was my first time, first trip. But this was the first time like I stayed in an actual hostel. Yeah.
how was that?
It was an experience. It took me back to my college days.
For sure.
Would I do a hostel again? I don't want to say never, but it won't be my first choice. I would just maybe do like a lower level clean hotel, I would say. But my hostel was amazing. It was super clean, which was a big thing for me. Being clean. I heard like sometimes countries can have issues with like bed bugs or just hostels, it's just a lot of people. The turnover rate is so high. It's kind of hard to stay on
Hmm.
top of everything. But it was super clean. They set up like the activities. They put us in like group messages and set up different, like I said, activities for us to meet each other, kind of interact and learn about the city, which was great. There was a lot of people that were solo traveling, a lot of students. So it was an amazing experience. However, just being out of college. I've been out of college 6 years now, and I stayed in like community dormitories and share rooms and things like that. I'm like, well, I don't think I want to do that anymore. So it's just a hostel. You just have to kind of bend and adjust with what's going on. For example, I paid a little bit more for my bed, so we had a room of 6 people. 6 people, three bunk beds. And there was another room where I think it was like 15 plus people. I was like, okay, that's a little bit much. But I did the 6 room, and some people are loud. Some people come in late at night. Some people snore. Some people turn the lights on at random times to find things. And then all of the restrooms are downstairs across the hall. It's just a lot of things you have to just learn to get adjusted to. And I'm like, I think I prefer just to be in my room and I can go as I please, get up, eat if I want, turn the lights on. So I'm like, yeah, I think I prefer the hotel.
Yeah, you definitely pay with inconvenience.
100%. Yes. Convenience is the standard.
Yeah, it was really good of you not to choose that 16 bed one.
Man, I only can imagine what it looked like.
I think I've only ever done like a 12 bed. I think that's the highest I've gone, and that was
12
like,
at
all right.
people just ripping and running, huh?
Yeah, I think it was when I was in Cebu, and it was just
Cebu,
like
okay.
people were coming in at like 4 or 5 a.m. and you're just like,
Oh, wow.
but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah,
You gotta get your little earplugs or your headphones, put your eye mask,
exactly.
and
I
it's
didn't
funny
have a lot of things that I brought with me, but after I got there, after one day, I'm like, okay, I need to get this. I need to go to the store and get this. Yeah, you definitely learn as you go.
for sure. Then like it's a whole process too. Like once you start staying in hostels, you're like, all right, now I can't get the ones that don't have the little curtains, or like I can't get the ones
Hmm.
where you don't have like your own lockbox, or like you start doing these like little things. You're like, why am I doing all this to save $30?
Yep, you're exactly right. A lot of these countries, you can find some pretty nice hotels for, not much more than a hostel unless you go to like one of those super inexpensive hostels, but then you have to deal with a lot of things.
Yeah, like I said, you pay with that inconvenience. Like I feel like when I travel solo, I'm like, okay, I'll stay in the hostel because it's like then I can meet people and like you're in a group setting. But definitely if it's like with friends now or like my partner, like we definitely stay in hotels.
Just to be
But
comfortable.
but it's like one of those things where it's like once you really start traveling, I feel like that's kind of just like that initiation where it's like you gotta just do it at least once.
Yes, yes, 100%. I agree.
So you've been to the Philippines too, right?
Yeah, so I went to the Philippines for a little over 2 weeks. So primarily stayed in Manila. While in Manila, went to Makati as well. So explored there, and then went to Cebu for about six or so days. Yeah,
Okay. That's a nice little
yeah.
trip. How did you like it?
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It was a good time. It was amazing just the price for like food and activities. Like we would be eating like steaks and shrimp for like $5. So that was great. And then the people are super welcoming, super nice, and they love to like party and just have a good time and just be around others. So it was a very cool experience.
For sure. The Philippines is definitely one of my favorite countries.
But yeah,
Sure. Like
yeah, I
if
think
you
so. It was great.
yeah, like I feel like just the food, the food. I thought the food was really good.
Yes, it was really
Those
good.
night markets really did it for me.
Okay.
And then, yeah, like you said, the people like just always so nice and kind. And like if you're lost or like anything, I always felt like they were so helpful and like just really like just so kind, like just very kind, and that always helps.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Did you do any island hopping while you were there?
Thai no, so Thailand, you said Thailand, right?
Oh, I said island hopping,
Oh,
but
island
Thailand's
island
also
hopping.
mine.
Okay, yeah, no, for sure. So no island hopping this time. I actually did go to, I think it was like the Providences, and we went to the beach. But that was only like a day trip. I know this time, since it was my first time, it was just kind of more of the cities, kind of hitting the big cities. But going forward, definitely gonna do some island hopping.
Yeah, for sure. There's this really dope. I always tell everyone that goes to the Philippines, I'm like, go to Coron or
Mm.
what is the it's like on the tip of my
Is
tongue.
it
Okay, so
Barack?
El Nido,
Is it
El Nido, El Nido.
Baraga? Okay,
It's like,
okay.
yeah, like the Barangay area. But there's like a three day, 2 night like boat tour between the two cities where you're on like a traditional Philippine boat and you're like with a bunch of other people and you just island hop like for those days and you stay on islands like in little like cabin kind of like huts, and it's just a really dope vibe. Like there's no cell phone service. You're just kicking it with the people around you. You're having all your meals family style made for you by like the crew. Like
Yeah.
dope experience. Like the stars are just
Wow.
so beautiful. It's a great time.
Okay, okay. No, definitely I gotta put that on my list. That sounds great.
Yeah, especially if you like love to see like the different islands and be in the water and like just have that like outdoorsy and like just disconnect for a couple of days. It's really a vibe. I
Okay,
highly
okay.
recommend.
Definitely. I don't only thing I'm afraid of are the small boats. I'm gonna be
No, they're
honest.
big. They're big.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you said like a local, like one of those little like not a not a rowboat, but like what's the boats they're on in Florida? Like the small motor boats. Oh my goodness, I'm terrified of that.
No, no, it's like a huge boat, but it's like their traditional style where they have the two
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what they're called. I feel I'm so bad. But like the two floaty like the rafts. I don't even know boat terminology, but they have like the two
Okay,
walls
okay.
to hold the boat, and then you have like a huge main center, and like the boat me and my friend Danae went on, it was like you had like the main inside area and then you had like two upper decks and then you had like the front and the back, and so there was like
Oh, wow.
tons of to like spread out, and there was maybe like 12 to 15 of us on the boat, not including all the crew. So it's like a good size. Yeah.
Okay. The reason I have a new fear of the boat because visiting Thailand on Koh Samui, and we went to like the full moon party, and so it's like a huge beach party around the New Year's where it's just like tens of thousands of people on the beach just, and it's like all of these huge DJ sets. People are just like just going crazy. But to get to the island, you have to, so it's a nice size, but well, it's not super small, but it definitely shouldn't have fit the amount of people that were on it. Like with each trip, it would probably be like 25 plus people, plus the crew. And the boat probably realistically, maybe 10 to 15. So it was like, and then the night that we went, like the water was so choppy. Like it was supposed to be maybe like a 15-minute boat ride and you'll be there. But the boat rides were taking like 35 minutes, like to get back and forth. And the water was just crashing. It was pitch black, dark. Everybody was, I said, I have a new fear for boats. Like I need a huge boat, almost like a cruise ship, or I don't know if I can do it.
What was that experience? I heard it was like the party itself, not the boat ride.
Also, the party itself, it was great. It was just a lot. Like I said, it was just thousands of people on the island, and the island is pretty much kind of just set up for the party. So every street you walk down, there are vendors, there are food,
Dang.
a lot of people selling alcohol, just a lot of different things going on, and people are literally just on the beach, just partying. They just go from this DJ set, and then they walk to the next one and just dance, and just it was an amazing time. I definitely wish I was able to go with a bigger group because I
Mm,
feel like when you're with a bigger group is a better time because you guys can kind of feed off of each other and yeah, just experience it with amongst more people that you know, I would say.
okay, that's good to know. Because I always see that like pop up like on a certain time of the year. They're like, oh, Thailand's like huge party trip. And I'm like, wow, that looks so fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was definitely a great time.
But the choppy boat at night would probably do it for me too. I'd be like, you know what?
Yeah,
I don't like that I can't see what's in the water. Like, where's the sun?
exactly. I'm like, oh, it was a good time, but was it worth it?
It's like
Yeah.
be in the water. Nighttime.
For
So, how did you end up like? Was that also a spontaneous trip, or was that something that you like sought out to go do that?
No, so that was slightly planned out. Me and my partner, we knew we wanted to do something for the New Year's. So we kind of set up our, schedules for work around it. And we spent a little over a month in Southeast Asia. So yeah, so we
Mm,
started off in Thailand. We started off in Bangkok. We went from Bangkok to Chiang Mai and then from Chiang Mai to Koh Samui and then back to Bangkok. And then after that, we went from Bangkok to Indonesia. So then into Indonesia, we went to Bali, Canggu, Ibu, and where else did we go? It was another place in another spot in Indonesia. But yeah, so it was pretty cool. It was pretty
yeah,
cool.
that's a pretty
Yeah.
long time, a month.
Yeah, so it was only supposed to be for 15 days at first. But then we thought about it. We're here. We don't have to, we still have a lot of days off. We're just gonna be back home, just waiting, hanging
Yeah,
out. We had already like surpassed the New Year. So, right after the New Year's, everything kind of dies down. Everybody's locked in
yeah,
and New Year, new me. So we extended it a bit further. And it was definitely a good experience. Glad we did. We did. Definitely glad we did.
yeah. I feel like once you
Yeah.
hit that month, you're like, wow, I could do this for a month. Like, it changes
Yeah.
changes things. You're like, I can't do a week anymore.
Yes. Yes. No, 100%. The only thing that was a bit tough for me is I got sick a couple times.
Mm,
Like, because I was fully like engulfed. I'm like, I'm doing everything. I'm eating street food.
okay.
If it looks good, I'm trying it. And I probably should have pumped the brakes just a little bit and took it a little bit slower. Um, I did, I think get like what they call it, like Thai belly, Bali belly in both
Mm-hmm.
places. So man, those things can put you down for some
Yeah.
days. So after a while, I was like, I think I'm ready to go home just so I can eat a meal and know I'm not gonna be like sick. So I'm like, every meal, the food was spectacular, but you're eating it like, is this the bite that's gonna take me out? or, or am I gonna be okay? Yeah. So that was the only thing that I would say if you're going to Bali or Indonesia, have your charcoal peels ready. Maybe what is it? A parasite cleanse or something like that. Just have your things ready and then you'll be good.
That's crazy. That's unfortunate that it happened in both places too. I know that that trip you
Yes.
were probably like, I'm not eating a damn.
I'm like, I don't know if I should try that. I really want to, but I'm like, I don't know.
What was one of your
Yeah.
favorite cities in Thailand? Which one was like your favorite out of the three?
Thailand, Chiang Mai for sure. Chiang Mai was amazing. It kind of gives me like the Kyoto feeling. Like I said, it's not as touristy and big and in your face like Bangkok.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also in Chiang Mai, we were able to stay at a elephant sanctuary.
Oh, that's dope.
So it was super dope. And this we chose this sanctuary specifically because a lot of sanctuaries they label themselves as sanctuaries, but they're more like elephant parks. So you get to like ride the elephants and watch them and everything. But this place, basically, the elephants are done with work. They're just fully free to range and do as they like. Well, you can like feed them, but you can't touch them. I mean, you can't really touch them or you can't ride them or do all of these things because they're free. So it was an amazing opportunity. Like literally, we stayed like lived right on the park. You could just get up in the middle of the night and just walk around. They had like all a lot of different animals from goats to they even had like a cat sanctuary where it was like thousands of cats in this one place, and they had the dog parks where it's just thousands. They're all saved animals in Thailand, so they just come there and yeah, you can just touch them or just interact with them, but like none of the other like things that they have to do when they're working, I would say, are you know.
That's awesome. I'll have to get the name of that one from you because that's definitely something that like I've heard about where they're like, yeah, some of them are good and some of them are more like the animals are always working and not treated the best. So it's like hard to find the good ones.
Def Yeah, definitely hard to find. A lot of it was kind of sad at times because a lot of the animals would be like injured or like have injuries associated with working or wearing like harnesses or getting their ears slashed from like whips and things like that. So for them to be able to be saved at the sanctuary and just kind of live the rest of their years freely with people that care for them, it was amazing to see.
Man, that's amazing. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
definitely something I'm gonna have to hit up the next time.
for sure, for sure. It was a bit far away, but the people are so nice. If you just hey, can you get me there? They'll figure out a way for you to get there.
That is one thing. I love the little scooters too, the little tuk tuk.
Oh
Did you
yeah,
take
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I did. I did. I had to. I'm like, this has to happen. And
is
everybody like, don't
it?
do it. It's super touristy. It's this, and that. But I'm like, man, all of the locals are riding. I have to try.
No, but I also feel like you are a tourist, right? Like
Exactly.
sometimes you just gotta participate for the
For sure, especially your first time. It's like, yes, I know it's a lot of things to do, but I'm like, my very first time, or if I'm the first person that I know that's been there, if I'm not, I'm like, hey, give me recommendations, tell me where to go. But if I'm like the first one, which I feel like in a lot of these instances I am, so I'm like, okay, let me do the touristy things just so I can give recommendations to others because they may not be extreme or want to do all of the things that I want to do. So let me see those first and then I can kind of branch out.
Do you feel like your friends and like people around you have been wanting to travel more since you've been traveling like by yourself and like seeing that?
Absolutely, absolutely. Since I've been showcasing it on social media, I've been intertwining that into my content creation. So mainly my niche is like medical nursing things, but everybody is super like excited and interested in my travel experiences as well. So I've been putting that like making that a major part of it as well. And a lot of people are just inspired. They're just, hey, oh my God, that's on my bucket list. I definitely want to go. And then it's always like so cool to see when they actually go, they actually make it. And then they reach out to me for all of the recommendations. And I'm like, hey, I got you. Go here, go there. So it kind of pushes me to do the spontaneous things and then showcase it on camera just so people be like, okay, I'm not doing that, but I did like that you did this, so I'm gonna try that. I made a video about doing the hostels in Barcelona, and everybody was like, "Bro, you're crazy." And then there's a lot of people on the other end of the spectrum, like, "I think I'm gonna try that." That doesn't sound too bad. I'm afraid to travel solo, but if it's things like that, I think I could do that. So that's always cool.
That is awesome. I could definitely see like it brings you joy, you know what I mean? Because you're just like, yeah, they're like, you're like so happy talking about it.
Yeah, yeah. I love traveling, and then so showing people and kind of inspiring them has been fun. Made it even more fun.
Absolutely. And then hearing like their experiences, and you guys can talk about like what you guys both like. Like it's just such a bonding thing that I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like it's hard to find in other things, you know?
For yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. And then like if you go to countries multiple times, I feel like it's even better because okay, I did all of the touristy things, so now I can look at the other things. Or a place like Japan is just like, I don't think you can ever do everything. So it's just like you have to keep going back, but it's just so many other countries that you want to see, but it's kind of hard to stay away from Japan.
That is the hardest part is like, okay, I want to see new countries, but I also want to go back to the places that I love.
Yes.
It's like always an internal struggle.
Yeah, I'm dealing with that on a daily basis at this point.
Yeah, especially out of the Bay Area, they have direct flights to Tokyo like every
Oh
hour.
man, literally, if you find one of those budget airlines, you might get there for a couple hundred.
And then it's like, all right, I'm here now. So
Yeah,
it's
and
what other
I'm not against at all jumping on a budget airline. I know some people are bougie. All right, I only fly Delta or American. Hey, give me Zip Air. I'll jump on Frontier. Whatever, 'cause whatever's just gonna get me there safely. I am cool.
for sure. And what other countries besides Japan are ones that you feel like you're gonna end up going back to?
I think I will definitely go back to Thailand, Philippines again. Just I want to do it a little bit different. For example, like going to Thailand, I want to do more island hopping, like go to the Phuket, Fifi Islands, things like that. Philippines as well. Let's see. If I go to Europe, well, when I go to Europe and if I like go back to some similar countries, it may just be like a brief stop or like to say we're on a road trip going from, I don't know, Amsterdam to somewhere else. And then if I was definitely stop in places that I've been just to just do a quick breeze through. But yeah, definitely I feel like Japan is hard to stay away from. So throw that on the list as well.
It is. It is nice because you really get every type of whatever you want to do, like how you said earlier, but also like if you want to go skiing or if you want to go to the beaches or if you want to be in the
Yes,
mountains, like it's very diverse in their landscape as well. So it's just
for
kind of like
sure.
whatever kind of person you are, it's like you can find a place.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I
That's one
said. This
thing.
it's like the full package, so it's hard to stay away from.
I think if you really like Japan, you should try China.
Really? I remember you
Yeah,
said you were recently. So what part did you go to? I'm super interested because to be honest, that was kind of on my list for this year, but I didn't. It's just so many places. It's just so many places.
do it. Do it.
Okay.
We only did Shanghai and Beijing
Okay.
simply just because we were gone for a month too, so we did 2 weeks in Japan and then 2 weeks in China. So
Okay.
I was kind of just like, I don't really want to do multiple like cities, the usual route through China. I was like, let's just do two cities and just kind of like enjoy our week there. And honestly, it was a great time. I would say like the Great Wall. Oh, so dope.
Yes. Yes.
Like just going there and seeing it and like seeing the mountains in the morning and the way the sun hits it, it's just magical, like just majestic. The view is a vibe, even when it's cold, because we went during off season because it's winter right now, so like there wasn't as
Mm,
many like it was really nice that like the videos I would see of the Great Wall, they'd be like arm to arm, like shoulder to shoulder, and it felt like there was a lot of room to walk. Like it wasn't crowded at all. We had plenty of space to move about, especially in that area. Like it's like when you think of like it, like in my head, you're like, yeah, I know they made this like 6, 7, 800 years ago, but like you still think like, oh, it's just gonna be like a straight path. It's not. It's like it's like up and down, and there's like stairs going down and then stairs going up, and the stairs aren't the same size, so it's like some of them are like short and then like super tall. So it's like not
wow.
good. Like you have to pay attention.
Yeah, yeah. Isn't it like it's like crazy long? I saw a TikTok video where they were like some people thought that you could walk the Great Wall like in a day or something. No, it's like incredible how like huge it is.
They're
Wow.
massive. Yeah, they give you like we did like a day trip there. And they give you like 3 or 4 hours to like go up and then come back down. And it's just like you're barely on this like small, like I think there's like post like 13 to like 20. And that's taking you like hours.
Dang.
So like yeah,
Okay.
it's a vibe. And then Shanghai is like just a really dope city. Like the architecture that they have out there, the way that they've done their buildings, like you're just walking around looking at it like, yeah, come on, like they put all this money into all these buildings and it's cool. It's a cool
Yeah.
time. And the food is
Like
great.
super futuristic.
Super futuristic. The food is delicious. Tons of noodles and dumplings everywhere, and like boba tea and stuff like that. And it's relatively inexpensive. Even like we went to like a nice restaurant and like didn't even spend $50. Got like three drinks, like appetizers, three entrees, and dessert. Didn't even spend like
Wow.
$50. Yeah.
Dang.
And it was
Yeah.
like and
Okay,
it was like
okay.
an expensive restaurant. You know what I mean? So I highly
Okay,
recommend it.
okay.
And we didn't even go to like the
Definitely.
other touristy cities that like you see popping up on social media right now. So it was like, dang, I could only imagine how like those cities will be.
Right. How was your visa process?
So thankfully I'm in LA and we have an embassy. So we were able to
Oh,
just
okay.
we filled it out online, and then once you fill it out online, they'll like go through it, and it's kind of nice because you don't pay until you like go there. So it's like if you mess up the online application, they tell you what to fix, and you can just fix it online and resubmit it. So it's like you don't have to keep repaying the fee, which is
Oh,
really
okay.
nice. So then
Yeah,
they
that's
send
nice.
you like a QR code, and I don't know how it is for people who are in the city with the embassy, but we just went to the embassy, showed them the QR code. They took our passport for 3 days. We came back, picked it up, and good to go.
Okay.
Super
That's
easy.
cool.
But I think
Yeah.
you have to do like a mail-in thing. I'm not sure how that works for
Okay.
others. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I definitely heard about that with certain countries. Certain countries you have to like, yeah, just ship it to wherever the embassy is, and they actually put the visa inside of your passport and then send it back.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's what they do. They take up like a whole page, and then you have like your
Okay.
whole visa. I would recommend if you get so you have like 10 days free. So if like you fly to like Japan and then fly to China, you can stay for up to 10 days without a visa as long as you fly back.
Oh, okay.
You just can't fly back directly to the US.
Oh, I see. So back to Japan and then back home. Okay.
So it's like a stopover program. But if you wanted to stay longer than 10 days, the visa I would do it's like $140. You can get it for up to 10 years for a multi-entry. So it's like you might
Oh,
as well, yeah, you might as well just go through the process and get it done.
and then explore. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
because you can stay for up to 90
Definitely.
days at a time,
At a
and then
time.
you have to like
Okay.
leave for a day, and then you could just go right back.
Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, so it's like a nice, and it's like $140 for 10 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. That is that's a good one. Okay, no,
Yeah, 'cause
I'm definitely gonna look into that, look further into it because it's just been kind of in the back of my mind, like, okay, but it's just so much. Jeez.
yeah, and it's like it's crazy how like everything they do is through Alipay. And it's like one app,
Okay.
and it's like you can get like their Uber is Didi, so you like, can like order a car through that app, you pay for your food through that app. They have a translation like thing, like everything you could imagine is in this one little app. And you're like, wow, this is the most convenient thing, like the metro passes through the app.
Wow. Okay.
Crazy. But like if your phone dies, you're screwed.
Yeah, yeah. Keep a spare pocket charge or portable charge.
For sure. But yeah, it was such an experience. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it was just like so different and so convenient. Because it's like you even like when you go to restaurants, they don't necessarily come take your order. Like you literally
Hmm.
you'll scan the QR through the app, and then you'll order it through the app, and you can pay through the app. Like, so it's like you don't even really have to talk to nobody.
Wow.
And
And
it's like
that's
every
crazy that
restaurant.
all of the restaurants. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, like you don't
Okay.
need cash at all. Like there's no point.
That's interesting. Okay, I like that.
Yes, that was kind of like the one thing that was like taking to get used to because we're like, you know, you sit down at the restaurant, you wait for them to come, like take your order, but they're just like, why haven't you put your order in yet?
Well, okay.
But yeah, it's definitely, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. I think, like, I definitely think China for like Westerners is gonna pop up in the next like year or two for like being the spot to go to.
Being the spot to go. Okay. No,
Yeah,
definitely. When I lock it in, I'm gonna reach out for some recommendations for
for
sure.
sure. I've got, and Google Maps does not work. Like,
I bet.
it doesn't really work. Like, I don't know. It's just you definitely have to prepare for that trip. Like, you can't just be like, I'm gonna
Okay.
go to China tomorrow because it's like you gotta just make sure you have all the apps and stuff. But anyway,
Okay.
What travel,
Good to
like what
know.
countries, yeah, what countries are you looking at going to next year? Or I guess this year it's
Yeah, I want to explore Central America and South America more. So I'm thinking like Costa Rica, Panama, El Salvador. I really want to go to Brazil. I definitely want to go to Brazil,
hmm,
but it's like I either want to go to Carnival or spend New Year's in Brazil because I feel like it's just magical during those times. And I also I want to try to go to Africa this year and either go like to Ghana or Kenya,
for sure.
but I'll have to do a lot of planning and hopefully my family they all been wanting to go. So hopefully we can pull that together.
That's
And
dope.
if I go to so I have a lot on my list this year, but I'm like I'm gonna get a couple. I'm gonna knock a couple off at least, and then if I can go back to Asia, it's definitely China or and Vietnam.
For sure. Well, I look forward to
Yeah,
seeing all of those travels. That sounds like such a fun time. I hope you make it to Africa. I think that would be such a great time, especially with your family.
yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope. So yeah, that's definitely on the agenda. So we'll see.
Yeah. Do you have any advice you would give anyone? Like, if someone came up to you and was like, I want to start traveling, but I don't know where to start. Like, what kind of advice would you give them?
I would say to just put yourself out there. Just put yourself out there. You can give yourself a million and one excuses why. Why not? Hey, I'm not gonna do it because of this reason, or I'm afraid, or this. I was in their shoes or in your shoes. So don't let that hold you back because after you just see something different and experience new things, it just opens your mind in a different way you couldn't imagine. So just don't be afraid and try new things. Hey, if you're not used to or accustomed to doing this, just try it out. And you never know what you like until you try it. Yeah. So that's what I would say. Just don't be afraid and kind of put yourself out there.
Well, thank you so much for all your time and your amazing stories. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me. This has been fun. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.